Cherub, Lifter.
The older members of the Collias family competed last series with their robot Gabriel. This time, it's the turn of the youngest. Cherub does something that no other robot does. Am I right?
Yeah.
What does it do?
It does a handstand.
It does a handstand. That wasn't even the answer I was expecting when I asked the question. Are you going to drive it, by the way? Or are you?
No, 2 years.
You're going to drive it, okay?
Yeah.
How quickly can you get it out of tight corners?
It's not that fast, but it's quite easy to control compared to Gabriel.
Promise me you'll do a handstand at some stage
Okay,
when you're
yeah.
in there. Give it up for Cherub.
From Essex, Cherub.
Cherub is a team of brothers and sisters from the Collias family. 13-year-old Toby, the youngest driver in the competition. Cherub gets it straight from 75-to-1 gear ratio on its 360-degree lifting spikes, and according to the team, the robot is capable of lifting a house robot.
Roboteers, stand by.
Wait.
Hey, wave on me.
Good luck to Toby. Terrific stuff, only 13.
Royal wave, royal wave.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
I'm intrigued to see PP3D's spinner here. Very low ground clearance, only a centimetre above the arena floor. It's a good onslaught early on by push to exit, the blue at the top of that arena. Meanwhile, Draven, big machine. There's Cherub with the wings, getting away there from push to exit. This is a very tight one as well. They all look mobile, they all look very threatening. See what I mean about that spinner? Very low to the arena floor, bouncing up there on Cherub. Meanwhile, Draven nearly flipped by the floor flipper. This is good stuff. Draven, frontal onslaught onto PP3D. Is that wise? Onto that 31-kilo spinning disc. Draven here, one of the favourites for this, heat, completely is in trouble. And very nearly caught there by the house robot and was punctured.
Over out.
Yeah. I think that puncture has destroyed them. In came Shunt, down came the mighty axe, out go Draven. Wow! The power of that axe is astonishing. Electrics, bang, gone, finished. See what I mean about that spinner? Very low to the arena floor. Push to exit. Active.
It's dead.
It's not that, it's on.
Oh, you.
Oh,
No.
Who's active out there? I don't think push to exit are active. I think the other two will go through.
Did we win?
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yes! Very good. However, what was the one thing you failed to do?
Handstand.
Didn't do a handstand. Where's the
It's
handstand?
because the fork's bent in. So
Oh, really? So you couldn't get it around the front to do the thing? Get that handstand working. We need to see the only handstanding robot stand on a hand. That'd be fantastic. But well done. How great is this? How absolutely fantastic is this? Ladies and gentlemen, Draven are going home, but going through our Cherub!
Cherub also haven't escaped unscathed from the group battle.
We took a pretty serious hit from PP3D, which bent one of the arms, which was one of the reasons why we couldn't do the handstands at the end, wasn't it?
The team sustained most of their damage from PP3D. To survive, they'll have to use their unconventional weapon more effectively next time.
Surprisingly, for such an experienced team, Behemoth find themselves chasing points early in the tournament. But they've identified what they think will be an easy opponent.
Hopefully we get Cherub next because we want to take on PP3D as fit as we can, and realistically there's not much that Cherub can do to us.
But Behemoth must wait, as Cherub's first head-to-head is against PP3D. Cherub isn't designed to defend against big spinners, but the team have modified their robot to focus on attacking their opponent's weak spot.
Our secret weapon is we've got sharp forks, which means we're hoping to pop their tyres. It's a lot pointier than usual. You'll be able to pierce through their tyres.
Last series, Dad Craig chose not to go in for the killer blow, and some felt it cost them the competition. A lesson Cherub don't intend to forget.
I think that's enough. Leave it. I don't want to damage his robot anymore.
My dad was a wimp last year, and I'm going to make sure that I don't make the same mistake as he did. Our team is Team Cherub. I'm Sarah, and I'm the captain. Toby is the driver, Mark is the weapons operator, and most importantly, Rosie is the cupcake baker. Our robot's unique because it's a 360 lifter. That means it can go all the way around, and that means if it goes on its back, it can flip back onto its feet. I'm most proud of the wings because it makes it look amazing, and if it didn't have the wings, it wouldn't be Cherub. I like to help out in the garage, but Dad doesn't like me playing with the power tools, and it really annoys me, but I can't really do anything about it because he's my dad. If my robot got destroyed in battle, I'd be really upset and I'd go up to them and cry right in their faces so they'd feel guilty. My dad got to the Heat finals, but we're going to do one better and win.
In the arena for this battle, he's got an axe to grind. It's Shunt, and it's the vertical saw of Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So Cherub want to lead PP3D, tired and emotional, but let's not forget the team from Essex also have exposed tyres. You can see them there. Great power behind that blade. Brilliant from Cherub. So brave, young Toby. Doesn't shirk a challenge. Front foot all the way. Now, out come the rogue robots. The Dial of Doom gives them the opportunity to come into the fray. Dead Metal has Cherub off. What a shame that is.
Try to get out. Yeah, I can't.
He's up to speed now, boy.
You can hear the hum of PP3D spinning blade. And that's the punishment it can mete out. Arena sidewall destroyed.
There's part of the arena going.
We have to stop. Cease is called when the arena is damaged. Cease is called because Cherub's been damaged. Away it came. Oh, yeah, we're safe now. Oh, no, we're not. One moment they thought they were okay, and look at that. No wonder Gary thinks this is the most powerful machine he's ever built.
We saw it coming off, and we were in the control room. We heard a smash. You could see a scrape across the bulletproof glass, but you don't expect it to look quite as dramatic as that. You can see just there where it all just got sheared off by the power of it. Plus, we plugged the arena. They're getting ludicrously powerful, these machines.
With the arena now repaired, the teams will start from where they stopped and will now share the same control room.
Yes, thanks very much. Now, let me explain. They can't touch the robots in that cease period, so they don't know how reliable they are now. Off we go again. Just over 2 minutes of the fight remain.
I'm coming for you. Oh.
Well, how much movement is left in those machines? They need to be able to turn out of their circumference.
They're just going to toast us like a marshmallow.
And because they're immobile, the countdown has started. I think they're both immobile. This will go to the judges to decide who was immobile first. Cease called. Judge's decision.
Well done. Well done, guys. Well done.
Well, 10 out of 10 for bravery, Cherub, with the frontal onslaught onto that powerful spinning blade. That's how powerful it is. The most powerful I think we've seen in the series so far. But for me, they were immobilised. Oh, goodness me, roughly the same time. I wouldn't want to pick this.
Well, A, for effort. If nothing else, you've given Noel Sharkey a headache. So well done. OK, shall we get to results? As you were both immobilised, the judges have gone back and reviewed the footage from the entire fight, not just that dismal last 10 seconds. And they have made a unanimous decision. And the winner of that battle was Cherub.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Cherub did well to absorb those hits from PP3D, but their chassis and lifter weapon suffered after taking the brunt of the impacts. They now have to get it all back fighting fit to stand a chance in this competition.
So what we need to do is straighten all this up, so it can allow the lifters to rotate 360 degrees, because in our next battle we're against a flipper, and if we can't self right, then it's going to be a very short battle. So I think that's going to be the first port of call, to be honest.
After the first head-to-head, PP3D and Behemoth have no points. Cherub have 2, and Eruption is in the lead with 3. Next up, it's a big one. First versus second place, Eruption and Cherub. Cherub are repairing by cutting away damaged parts and re-welding new metal in its place.
In the arena, Matilda. And house robot number 2, it's Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And off we go. How active is Cherub? They're looking to get those spikes working there, and Eruption trying to get in underneath.
Don't get flicked out, Brad.
Try and fit them. Try and get them.
They have custom-made electronics Eruption, pulsing the timing of the gas to the flipper,
Oh no.
meaning they can reserve their gas for big arena outing flips. That's what they're going for here. They've manoeuvred it, and out they go. Brilliant from Eruption.
Oh,
Yeah, look.
we lost in 30 seconds.
That was hugely impressive. This is one to watch. Cherub trying to do the handstand. Ill-advised in there, to be honest. Bit of gymnastics. And that's what you call losing.
Having fished their robot out of the moat, Team Cherub return to the pits, and the reason for their lack of mobility becomes apparent.
Quite early on we realised we weren't going to be able to drive anywhere because one of our wheels wasn't turning.
We're going to have to replace the motor and hit this back to make it so it doesn't get jammed here.
The last head-to-head between Behemoth and Cherub.
Team Cherub aren't underestimating the threat posed by the experienced Behemoth.
We've got Behemoth next, who are really skilled. They've been building up their robot for
15 years.
15 years, and they spent a lot of money getting the drive perfect. And I think it's going to be hard to beat it.
I do feel the pressure a little bit, yeah. I think, seeing as Toby's done such a good job at driving it, I want to make sure he's got a robot to actually drive.
Well, you heard them. The winner of this battle goes through to the final against Eruption. Please tell me you've got a plan.
I think I might try and use the arena hazards to try and block their path with the fire and the spikes.
Okay, so feeding them,
Yeah.
using their own tactics on them.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Please give it up for Team Cherub. Good luck.
In the CPZ for this battle, what happens when you cross a radioactive spider with a blender? Dead Metal, that's what. And Matilda.
Just have fun, okay?
2, 1. Activate.
No place for fun, young lady. Didn't Behemoth say there's not much Cherub can do to us earlier on in this episode? Behemoth looking for a smash and grab victory with that grabber lifted up there. Cherub looked like a winged angel earlier on. It's a little bit like a Robot Wars gargoyle in patches now. Behemoth using the 6-wheel drive there, has superior drive than all other robots, really. But they've got him over the top there of Cherub. That's a dangerous place to be with Dead Metal right behind. Well. Anthony Pritchard left himself open there for attacking. Now needs work to get back on top in this bout, and working hard to try and shove Cherub across the arena floor. Using the extra power. I can't ever remember seeing that before. I cannot ever remember someone being stuck underneath the floor flipper.
We're stuck in there. I didn't even know you could get in there.
Neither did I. You're not supposed to go in there, and the flipper's not supposed to do that. This is going to have to be restarted. Ooh, Cherub chomped. We'll go again.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
We restart then, with 2 minutes to go now. Behemoth was slightly on top for me early on. Ooh, the house robot will come out now. I think this is a brilliant addition. Rogue robots, love it. Attacking Cherub. Trying to leave a Cherub out, perhaps. Dead Metal couldn't do so and got banged by Behemoth, and we'll remember that. And Behemoth has got tagged by Dead Metal. Getting out now, Behemoth. Don't think Cherub can cause too much damage unless Behemoth drives with a full frontal there and once again gets on the top of Cherub. It could be flipped. It's very, very tense. It's very close. Again, good turn by Toby at the controls of Cherub. to attack Behemoth. Haven't seen much of the grabber so far. Who's on top at this stage? Away go Cherub.
Just try and like get around this.
You've only got 30 seconds, so try and make it look...
Just get around the side and that's it.
Try and make it look impressive, aggressive. Oh, and again, Behemoth. I don't think that's the greatest bit of driving there to get on the top of Cherub. Left Behemoth vulnerable, but that's an aggressive move by Ant at the controls. If this goes to the judges, and I'm sure it will now, it's going to be very, very close, and this could be the decisive moment. Both of them taking damage there from Dead Metal. Who is sustaining the most damage? Cease is called, judges will decide.
Have we won?
I've no idea.
Move out the way.
I'm really nervous.
It just didn't work, did it? We couldn't get under them.
No.
No, they couldn't get under them. Ah, the handstand attempted. Aggression from Cherub. Control by Cherub. Not great control by Behemoth. I don't know.
Behemoth, there was loads of talk about cuddling and hugging Cherub. The only hugs that were being doled out were from Dead Metal as he sliced you.
Yeah.
What? Went wrong?
Well, we've never tried it before, so we tried innovation over function, and it's obviously not worked very well.
I mean, I think it was there. In theory, it worked. You just couldn't seem to get under Cherub. It was too low to the ground.
No, the bottom part moved up slightly, so it lifted up too high, so...
So there was no coming back from there.
Yeah, and we got them pushed under the arena flipper as well, but apparently that doesn't count.
I mean, they did well to come back from that. I thought they were squashed, and obviously the flipper is there to flip, not to squash in the opposite direction. So Cherub went in there as the underdog, really. Did you realise that Behemoth's weapon wasn't working, that whatever their plan was, it wasn't quite going?
I don't really know what my weapon did, to be honest.
You didn't know what would your weapon have done had it been working?
I don't know. I didn't really want it to go with the original scoop, so...
Okay. And were you worried while little Cherub was lying underneath the flipper? Did you think she would be able to come back? Yeah?
Because she's strong.
She is strong. Okay, shall we go to the results? Right, there was no clear winner, obviously, because there was no knockout, no immobilization. So it went through to a judge's decision, and the result has come through. The decision was unanimous, and the fight and the 2 points are going to go to Cherub, which means that you're going through to the final, guys. Do your little wing thing. Hard luck, guys. Well done. Always a pleasure to have you in. Thank you so much.
To try something new.
We lost someone.
Stressful.
Is he upset?
Of course he is.
Team captain Ant returns alone to the pits. It was a gamble to experiment on a brand new weapon for such a crucial match. Was it one that cost them their place in the final?
Putting a grabber of that type onto the robot for a critical match was a very poor decision there. The main reason I walked out there was because I was so annoyed with the rest of the team of making that decision not to go with a guaranteed win with using a scoop. It's proven that sometimes innovation doesn't pay out. Sometimes it's best to use what you know works.
For Team Cherub, however, this is a dream come true.
I'm really happy. I'm surprised we got this far.
An unconventional and incredibly hard-wearing lifter bot. In their group battle, they proved they weren't afraid to take the deadliest robots face on.
Did we win?
Since then, Cherub have taken serious damage in every fight, but in the pits, Big Brother Mark worked tirelessly to repair their broken chassis and weapon again and again.
Seeing as Toby's done such a good job at driving it, I want to make sure he's got a robot to actually drive.
Work that paid off, as Cherub took judges' decisions with their controlled and aggressive driving, twice winning fights against the odds. Can Cherub defy expectations one last time?
Roboteers, stand by. Three, 2, 1, activate.
Cherub needs to dance around Eruption, but I don't think Toby knows the meaning of the word retreat.
Bye, guys.
We died in 2 seconds.
And that's the result.
Job done. Made it look easy.
The job was done so very, very early on. Wow.
That's the shortest fight we've ever done.
We flew so
Well, he was brave enough to attack, but foolhardy, a little bit naive. Let's not say that because he's been brilliant, Toby. But from that moment on, you know what's going to happen, don't you? Watch for Eruption in the grand final. This is a robot that could win this series. The explosive power of the Eruption. And they did the job in 5 seconds.
Every time I click my finger, an angel gets its wings. And that's what happened to Cherub. Even though you wrote the words, "Don't flip me," in marker on top of Cherub, they didn't seem... I know. Oh, stop. Come on. I want to... He fought brilliantly. By the way, this introduction is now taking longer than the fight did.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. How well have you guys done, though?
Well...
Did you expect to get all the way to the final on this?
No.
No, none of you expect to get all the way to the final. No one expect to get all the way through the melee and then through all the head-to-heads and to pick up loads of points and get all the way to the final. You came up against this thing which is on a hot streak at the moment. You should feel very proud of that, I presume.
Yeah?
Yes. It was over fast, but that was quite impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cherub, please, for the fantastic job they did. She genuinely should be very proud of you. She's really